Quick, let's get this over with so Nailtor can get to
Right,
his
his
movie.
movie. All right, so game number 3 in a best of 3 for the Elite 8 Chair League Season 4. Winning this means you're in the Final Four. Losing this means you're not getting the t-shirt this season. Brawls Deep versus 8 equals Door. Both teams have 1 point each. And out comes the TLV ban. I'm not even going to ask you why. I think we both knew that was coming. But that also means one of the Shield siblings is getting through.
Yeah, I think they ban out the TAS here, right? Because if they ban out the TAS is the one with the reveal. They have a potential to go Valera again this game.
That's true. But we could see a scouting drone come out on the other side. But scouting drone, not nearly as effective as TAS's reveal. So, yep, no, that's a good point. Okay. Yeah, you got to ban the TAS. Well, you only have to ban the TAS if you plan on going the...
Well, they ban out the Zarya instead.
I went blank on Valera's name, but the Valera. So I actually prefer the Zarya ban personally. I think Zarya is a stronger shield character. So, but that's my opinion, right? They both work well. I personally think that Zarya is a stronger shield character.
All right. What will Brawls Deep pick first? I'm feeling. Oh, yeah, there it is. The TAS.
The shield sibling that survived.
Yeah.
So we did have Tassadar make it over to 8 equals. Well, no, I guess both teams got a shield character in the first game. And there's the Greymane coming out. Wait, what? All right. Listen, though, all you 8 equals Door players out there. If it's not Pajamather, it's not truly Abathur. Just throwing that out there now. So,
I mean, judging from the fact that he hasn't changed his skin, it either means that's not the person playing Abathur, or they just don't have it.
Could be both. Arthas Malfurion. Arthas is a great-ish tank. Brawls Deep getting serious with this draft and saying, you know what we want, and we're not going to compromise. We're taking the picks we want as soon as we can, and that's how we're rolling. We want this game 3. We want that t-shirt. I want that t-shirt too. I understand the desire to get it. But, all right, I was going to say, who do you ban? And Vala, I guess. Vala's a good ban.
Yeah, it synergizes with the Tastar really well.
It does. And the slow and the root from Arthas as well. Especially if Arthas can land a 3 or 4 man root. Like, all of a sudden, Vala's getting tons of value.
Yeah, I'd say for Brawls Deep, they can either ban out a target that's really good for Abathur clone, like Li Ming, or they ban out a magical damage dealer, so that forces them to maybe go towards auto attackers a little bit.
You have to ban the Li Ming, in my opinion, at this point.
Or you can ban the Lucio.
Showing the Lucio.
Other healer.
Okay, I would have liked the Li Ming ban better, just because Li Ming did a lot of damage to Brawls Deep in that last game. So kind of a pseudo respect ban, but Li Ming super strong on this map because she can poke from safety to keep you off of that curse. But you know what else we might see here is we might see a Chromie pick.
Yeah, Chromie is really good at poking on this map, especially on those tribute channels.
Right. So maybe that's what we'll see instead, and why Brawls Deep didn't use their ban on the Li Ming.
The Rhaegar Muradin. Let's see. I honestly think with this lineup, Arthas can solo tank.
Yeah. At this point, I think you're probably right. But do you want to? And is it not worth picking up a Dahaka for the split push or a Sonya for the split push? Because you need a solo laner, and you don't have. I mean, I guess Task can solo lane, but then you defeat the point of having the Tassadar, right? So
there's Tychus, and there's Dahaka.
Okay, so yeah, Tychus can solo lane if you have someone rotating back and forth, or Tychus Task can do one lane, Arthas Mouth can do another lane, and Dahaka can solo a lane. I think I need to agree with Haloran that this is Brawl's deep game to lose at this point, looking at these two drafts.
What's this last pick gonna be? Probably a mage,
It's gotta
right?
be a mage. I mean, I guess it could be a Sonya still, but that would be weird because Abathur can split soak for you, so you don't really need the solo laner. All right, Lunara's not a bad
Lunara,
pick.
yeah, that's actually pretty good.
The spread damage going into Task Mouth in the poison, that could work out well for them.
Lunara's especially good here, like, because of the Abathur, right? He can speed up her attack speed, which would grant extra damage.
That's true. That's very, very true. All right, so swap around's happening, and it looks like we are not going to get Pajama Thermistic. It's going to be just regular, plain old Abathur.
It's old but gold, right?
Old but gold. I could agree with that. All right, so for the two teams, we have 8 equals door on the red side, Tan Long on the Muradin, Nailter on the Rhaegar, Picante on the Greymane, Static Kitty on the Lunara, and Hashi Baba on the Abathur.
And for Brawls Deep, we have Day Creeper on the Arthas, Special T on the Tychus, FZ Ignition on the Tassadar, Ravaki on the Malfurion, and Crunk Juice on the Dahaka.
And this one's for everything. Winner of this goes into the Final Four. Loser is done for the season. No t-shirt, no bragging rights. Just, hey man, I got into the Elite 8 and now I'm out. Please, sir, can the next season start? I want my t-shirt. Everybody's chasing that t-shirt. They all want it. But only champions get it. You have to make it through the Final Four into the final game on the 22nd of April.
10 seconds.
Looks like we have a little pre-split action going on the side of Brawls Deep.
2, 1.
We also have Abathur taking regenerative microbes, being, putting up a little bit of supportive healing there. We do have Brawls Deep taking out like half the HP on the top tower. Maybe. Oh, they're going back for more.
Oh, they're not done yet.
Oh, they take out the top
They
tower.
take out the top tower and safely get away, causing a lot of damage on that top lane, which is great. I like when the blue team pushes into the top tower of the red team, because that means if you can steal that red boss, you can, it immediately goes down that lane.
Greymane fighting Dahaka here. Dahaka's in quite a bit of trouble.
Dahaka's taking damage, and Greymane able to finish him off with the Abathur hat. And bottom lane Arthas fighting while Abathur just soaks. Greymane, oh wow, look at the ooh, that's gonna be a spicy meatball when someone goes that way. Should be getting close to the first tribute spawn.
And both teams not going for their camps just yet.
The Haka finally back out, and Greymane rotating back down to this bottom lane, looking to put damage possibly onto Arthas, because now he knows where Arthas is. Hat out, damage coming out onto Arthas. It's not going to be quite enough to kill Arthas, obviously, but Damage nonetheless might cause Arthas to at least use his tap up early. Top lane, we do have Lunara and Rhaegar pushing in on this Tassadar. While we do have camps being picked up, Murden looking to be really annoying here, and while not stealing the camp, at least put pressure on that camp, causing Brawls Deep to really think about what's going on there. And Tributes can spawn bottom lane.
Yeah, but there's probably going to look out to be putting a bunch of mines around here, and there are a lot.
Right?
Oh, Malfurion. Oh, he gets one. Oh, it's because, No, yeah, he just eats a lot of them.
He just ate 3 of them. No, Malfurion. Oh, Arthur's taking a ton of damage, and that stun coming out from Murden. Oh, so close. He does go down. Dahaka burrowing in. This could be a bad spot to burrow in, but no, Tychus coming in, doing a ton of damage to Murden and saying, get out. This is my space.
Lunara coming in here, looking to do some damage. That's a lot of poison damage.
That is a ton of poison damage, and Malfurion gonna, barely able to survive that. Rhaegar grabbing the tribute in the back, and now 8 = door can push in if they want to, but they're gonna go ahead and back out and just get back to soaking lanes. Abathur, of course, soaking top lane. Greymane taking a ton of damage from Tychus, looking to escape. Rhaegar in the middle of nowhere is gonna go down and pay for that with his life, though. And this may actually get Murden here, too. Murden coming down to try and help that Rhaegar, not able to escape. We do see Greymane and Lunara picking up bottom lane Siege Giants for 8 = door. And top lane Siege Giants have finished off the front wall.
Gather tribute or face my curse.
Abathur, are you sure you don't need some help up there, buddy?
Right? That Giant's getting a lot of value. And we do have another spawn in the bottom lane, but on the side of 8 = door. So really advantageous positioning here for them.
Greymane starting that channel.
Both teams on their 7, so
Ooh,
fair fight.
Rhaegar gets
Rhaegar getting
grabbed.
dragged, able to escape with about 70% of his health. Damage coming out, poison and cocktail being thrown. Dahaka getting really low, dragging Murden into the back, though. Murden may be in danger, but looks like he's going to escape okay. Malfurion, on the other hand, is really low in that back. Oh, surprise! Out comes Murden, and that's going to be a dead Tychus, a dead Malfurion, and probably, dead Dahaka,
Ooh,
dead Tassadar. And this
cocktail.
is going to be dead bottom lane. Oh, boss time, baby. So we do have 8 = door invading the Brawls Deep boss camp. Grabbing it.
Well, they sniff it out, though. Although, boss is already done. Can't do
Not
much
going to make
about
a
it.
difference, right? Boss is pulled.
Well, Arthas.
Oh, Arthas in a bad spot. Could be picked off here, but Tychus Grenade pushes back 8 = door enough to give them the space they need for Arthas to escape. And this is definitely going to be fort. Could even be part of the keep wall.
Shall we see who gathers?
Tassadar might be in a bad spot here, and we do have spawn, the tribute spawning top lane.
The Hawk in top lane pushing out what he can, trying to soak up as much experience to head to that level 10.
10's available, and we do have Ultimate Evolution coming in from Abathur.
Here you go, the
And-
huge Abathur the power spike.
And go for the throat from Greymane. So that a number of people in chat thought that was the way it was going to go, and it does. And that's going to be first curse going over to 8 = door, pushing in top lane, killing Tassadar, killing Dahaka. He just doesn't know he's dead yet. And that's going to be another fort going over to 8 = door. 10 just around the corner for Brawls Deep, but I'm not sure they're going to get it yet.
We do see 8 = door heading towards that outer wall here.
10 available and picked up for Brawls Deep.
Well, they go straight for the keep.
Well, that's what you have to do in this case, right? Bust the wall down, let the minions work on the front wall. Get this keep and get those catapults pushing. Because catapults will start if you take the keep, whether the wall's up or not. And that's going to be keep going down. It'll be interesting to see if they can get away now, because both teams do have their heroics and are using them. Ancestral saving Lunara.
Murden is probably dead here.
Murden's giving his life up and delaying the rest of Brawls Deep so that the rest of 8 equals door can get away from that mixer, and they do so successfully. So I have to say that was a great first curse going over to 8 equals door. They got the whole front wall, they got the front keep, and they are 13 versus 11 now.
Man, to play a tank. First one in, last one out.
Sometimes you have to delay, and that is exactly what Murden did there, and that was a great decision. And so now we have 8 equals door just rotating around, grabbing all the camps they can, waiting for the next cursed tribute to spawn.
See that Lunara Wisp watching that top boss.
I wouldn't be surprised to see top boss picked up here. Oh, Tassadar in no man's land gonna go down. More than likely, he might escape. It's gonna be close, but Murden jumping and go for the throat. Well, actually go for the throat, not used. Greymane just dove in and killed the Tassadar. And out comes the top boss. 8 equals door starting it. And that boss is going down pretty quick. Lunara's poison definitely helping. And with 14 versus 12, and no keeps, no walls in that top lane, I would not be surprised to see either 8 equals door just push in, because that boss is going to go straight to core, unless somebody from Brawls Deep stops it, or to try and split soak and get another fort or another keep down.
I think that they're just going to try to take out all the other structures out on the map, because with the boss going in, and like you said, there's nothing up there, then they have to defend it.
Right. And now we have another tribute spawning. It wouldn't surprise me to see Abathur grab this tribute, while the rest of 8 equals door pushes in on this mid lane fort, and that looks like what we're going to get here. That's a safe tribute for Abathur to get. He's got a lot of vision on the map right there. He can walk in, grab it, and he knows the rest of Brawls Deep was just top lane, and still top lane, dealing with that boss who just finished off that tower from that top lane that 8 equals door left up.
Now the bottom boss spawning here in 20 seconds, so that's actually a boss that can take out some structures. Spawn in 3 seconds.
And it is up now.
I think 8 equals door is probably going to be looking to get a little bit more of a level before they fight.
No, it wouldn't surprise me, right? Because it's 13 versus 15. They're on the same talent tier. Pull out, get some soak, get 16 versus 13, and then push in again. But Brawls Deep pushing in to try and start this fight. And Dahaka taking a ton of damage. 16 now available. Talent's coming out. Murden's leap, not as far as I think he probably wanted to go. But he did go Dwarf Toss. And out comes the double damage. Oh, big Twilight Dream silencing a number of players. Lots of damage coming out. And Dahaka, Tychus, Arthas, and Mouth dead. Tassadar the only one left. It would not surprise me to see Greymane follow that Tassadar, kill him, and everybody go core. Abathur already on the tribute, grabbing it. Tassadar is now down.
Unfortunately for Tass, that his base was not that way.
Actually, it was my mistake. Looking at those death timers, going core right now would be a bad idea. 8 equals door, playing it right with short death timers, grabbing the boss bottom lane so the boss can now push in. And you're up 2 tributes to 0, looking for that 3rd tribute to get a 2nd curse. I think they might be able to finish on 2nd curse at that point. 17 versus 14. I'm not sure Brawls Deep can actually engage on this. Boss coming in. I expect this to be at least the front wall. Probably not going to get the keep, but definitely front wall. And 8 equals door backing out. Looks like Murden wants to take his own front wall, and the rest of the team may not be far behind here. Or they may go get camps.
Shall we see who gathers enough tribute?
Oh, this tribute. This is going to be the third tribute for 8 equals door if they get it.
If they can get it. We do see a number of them going camps to try and grab that Siege Giant camp bottom lane. They do pick it up. Murden already in the bottom lane on the tribute. May actually just start channeling it and getting it before anybody from Brawls Deep gets here.
There's so many Abathur mines up here.
Abathur's spreading those mines like crazy, and now we see 8 equals door pushing in, and this should be a second keep going over to 8 equals door.
Yeah, all their ultimates are up.
Everybody's are up, actually. It wouldn't surprise me to see another Greymane pop out right away. Out comes the Odin. 16 still not available for Brawls Deep. And
Tassadar are pretty low.
8 equals door just throwing in damage, not actually hard engaging here, which makes sense because you don't want to throw the game. You have Siege Giants coming in, you have the curse. Stand back and just chuck the damage at that keep. You're gonna take it down anyway. Murden can hop in, do some damage, hop out. That's going to be the end of keep number 2 for Brawls Deep.
Oh, Greymane going in
diving
here.
in. Gets the cleanse so he can escape. All the structures in the bottom lane now gone, as well as the top lane. The only thing remaining for Brawls Deep is this mid lane, and 8 equals door starting on it now. Curse is just now ending, so it wouldn't surprise me to see them back out. 16 now available for Brawls Deep, and Dahaka really pushing hard to try and get that. Greymane not going to be able to do so. 20 not too far off for 8 equals door. And it would not surprise me to see them start top boss at this point. And it looked like that's what we're going to get. 19 versus 16. If Brawls Deep has any idea they're on this boss, they need to push hard and try and invade this boss camp. They need to look for a fight.
Arthas feels 20. It. His Lich King senses are tingling.
They're not going to get there in time. And that's
all
going
the
to be
double
the boss
Lunara,
going
though.
over. Double Lunara out. Tons of damage going on to Tychus. And the Arthas. This could be game here. Arthas going down. 20 still not available. Great silence coming out of
Murden goes down.
Malfurion, and that's going to kill Murden. He was not able to pop his avatar because he was silenced by Twilight Dream. 19 versus 17, but we have Siege Giants on the core, taking that core down, 69%. And now we have Boss moving in from the top lane. This could be game. Dahaka going down, but none of this may matter. This boss is going to put some damage on this core and may finish it. 7%, and oh, the shield coming out from Tassadar. It may not be enough.
I think they have enough damage.
And the rest of 8 equals door moving in behind the boss. Damage coming out. That's going to be game number 3, going over to 8 equals door, moving them into the final 4.